This is where being short does not come in handy.
I'm Jess. I've been with Any Hour for about 6 months now. I'm in HVAC service. I've been doing that for about 7 years. We are just headed out to this AC repair call.
It looks like it is one of our VIP members. We're gonna go take a look at his AC, get it tuned up, make sure everything's working okay, and see what we can do to take care of him.
Hi.
Hi, are you Gary? Does everything seem to be working okay for you?
Yeah, it has. We've had the air on. We tested it some. Yesterday we had it on a little bit.
Oh, good. With the AC tune-up, we'll go through everything, check everything out, make sure it tests within the manufacturer spec, make sure your refrigerant levels look good. If there's anything out of spec, do you want me to bring that up to you?
Sure.
Okay. This is where being short does not come in handy. 64 and 43. It's right in the range we want to see it at. So I am looking in the evaporator coil. It's where the refrigerant flows. It kind of absorbs the heat from the house, takes it to the unit outside. We want to make sure that it's got good airflow through there. So I'm just checking it to make sure it's not plugged up with dirt and hair and other fun things. And it looks like it is super clean in there. That's a good sign. Yep, so we do an airflow test, check the blower, check the evaporator coil, make sure those are clean, the filter looks good. We did the temperature split, made sure that was within the range we want to see it, between 18 and 22 degrees. It doesn't look like it's having any issues so far. We'll head outside and check out the electrical components out there and refrigerant levels and make sure that that all looks good too. These ones are nice because you can spray the inside out from the bottom instead of having to take the fan off the top. I am gonna hook up these gauges and look at the refrigerant levels, see where our charge is at, make sure that it's got enough, but not too much. So the compressor's not kicking on. This contactor here should pull in to turn that on. If I push it in, it turns on. So we've got to figure out why that switch isn't pulling in. Looks like the capacitor is leaking a little bit of oil just around the top. So one of your contactors does have a little bit of pitting. When it pulls in, it makes a connection and it does pit it. It just happens over time. If it does get to the point where it's too pitted, it won't make a full connection though, and it won't turn on that compressor. So that is probably something I'll put on one of the recommendations. So we just finished the tune-up. There were a couple things testing out of spec. We gave the customer a few options. He decided to go with just option number 4 and get his capacitor taken care of. So we're gonna replace that, make sure everything looks okay, and then we should be good to go.
Alrighty.
Okay. Well,
thank you.
Yeah, thanks for having us out. Let us know if there's anything else we can do for you.
Oh, you bet.
Okay, thanks, Gary.
Alright, so this next call
Is a warranty call. We're gonna go put a new motor in and a new control board. Okay, we'll be downstairs. So now I'm putting the new motor in, and then we'll put a new control board in and get everything everything up and going. Motor's in. Now I get to do the board. Just took all the wires off of the old one and about to get the rest of the wires put back on this new one, and then we'll test everything, make sure it's functioning okay in both heating and cooling. We'll see ya.
Okay, so we got the blower motor replaced, got the circuit board replaced, tested everything, make sure everything works okay, got the customer taken care of, and he is good to go. Now we are headed to the next call. It looks like they're having some issues with their furnace. We're gonna go take a look at that and see what we can do to get them up and going.
We're gonna look at a furnace, is that right?
Yeah.
Is it kicking on at all? Is it putting out any air or just
it
not kicking
kicks
on?
out, but it's cold.
Okay, so no heat. A lot of dust and dirt. So we're not losing voltage there. Circuit board is bad. It's just like my voltage from the transformer to the board is staying consistent. My voltage from the thermostat to the board is staying consistent, but the board is cutting voltage to everything else. To fix that, we would have to replace the board. I'm going to go through the rest of the components on here and just make sure that they test okay, see if anything else needs to be done, just build her some options and see where she wants to go from there.
So we just finished up at our last customer's house for the day. She had quite a few issues going on with an older furnace. We gave her a bunch of different options and she just decided she would like to get some options on replacing. So we're going to send a supervisor out later today and get her taken care of for that. And today was awesome. Last day of the month, I feel like we finished off strong. It was warm and had some good calls. Well, that was the day in the life of Jess, and thanks for riding along.